Attention shoppers. Tonight on the checkout, Craig fights the power companies. The Guilty Mum's unforgettable baby memorabilia. And Facebook. What's not to like?
Last year we warned you about all the problems associated with electricity door-to-door salespeople. But what if you do all the right things? You've checked all the government comparison sites, you've checked all the private comparison sites, although a word of warning, if you give iSelect your phone number, you'll have a pushy salesperson on the phone in 25% off. Comparing electricity contracts requires a mathematical genius.
This one has higher off-peak rates, but it has higher discounts. This one's got a lower shoulder rate.
And even if you go to the trouble of weighing up all the different discounts and exclusions, you can still get stung.
Give us some more money.
But I paid all my bills.
Well, now we're going to charge you more.
But I'm on a contract.
I'll save you!
Look, it's Australian consumer law, man. Yay!
You can't raise prices mid-contract. That's unfair under the Australian consumer law.
This is an energy contract?
Doesn't apply to energy contracts. As you were.
So while an electricity company can sign you up for a fixed contract for up to 3 years, even though you're locked in, they can increase the price. So the only people that seem to be benefiting from the fixed-term contract are the electricity companies. Not only can they raise the prices, they don't have to tell you they've done so until they send you your next bill. So you could be in for a bit of bill shock. Of all the months to get a Large Hadron Collider, kids, turn it off! Get off it! And even when they do tell you about it, it isn't always that clear. Last year, Choice gave a Shonky Award to Energy Australia for telling their customers about a price rise by printing it on the back of an ad for solar panels. Last year, some South Australians signed up to an AGL contract offering a discount of 3%. But soon after, they put the prices up, so the discount was eroded to 0.4%. While Origin Energy in South Australia offered a discount of 16%, which actually turned out to be 4% more expensive than their standard contract.
I'm back!
The ACCC are taking AGL and Origin Energy to court for misleading consumers. Although, as with most court cases, it could take years.
Stupid laws.
But the ACCC has said that this year is one of action and that making sure that electricity companies don't mislead consumers about discounts will be one of their top priorities. Yeah, not sure would have stood up for that, mate. Now, here's the bit where we're fair to electricity companies.
Oh, well, we're faced with a lot of uncertainty in terms of our costs, and wholesale prices of electricity go up and down, and that's why we should be able to pass it on to the consumers.
I agree.
Really?
Yes, electricity companies do face a lot of changes in circumstances, as do all of their customers, who sometimes get paid more or less, or have a health bill or a school fee. But no matter what, they don't get to change their price in the energy contract. Or do they?
Hello. Just wanted to change my fees. I was thinking of moving it down to 22 cents. Just this month's been a bit rough for me. I haven't made as much money this month and, my direct and indirect costs have changed. So my wife's birthday was quite expensive. That's this month. So if I just pay 20 cents, is that all right? Could you get someone to deal with the bill? That'd be excellent. G'day, sir. Come and help with the bill? I just wanted to make sure it's
Sorry. Can you please stop filming?
We weren't allowed to keep filming, so here's a recreation of our conversation with AGL.
I was thinking of only paying 18 cents this month instead of 24. Just because I haven't made as much money this month, and it states in the contract at 6.2, we can change the price at any time. I presume that means that either of us can change the price. Is that right?
But I don't have your contract in front of me!
But all your contracts state that you can change the fee.
But we give you notice of what the fee is?
So how do I give you notice that I'm going to change how much I'm going to pay?
I think you'll find that you don't have the right to change the contract!
Wow. So I don't have the right to change the contract, but you do!
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
It seems like there's one set of rules for them and one for us, which is why the Consumer Law Action Centre wants to change the rules so that during a fixed-term energy contract, the energy price also has to be fixed. Good luck to them. Now, we get that the energy market is complex, but if energy companies really want to put up their prices, you should be able to get out of the contract without paying a termination fee.
Actually, some companies do that. If you read clause 5.1.1 of Red Energy's contract.
Who the hell is going to do that? Okay, yeah, sure. This says that if they put their prices up above the standard contract, you can get out of it if you notice and tell them within 20 days.
See?
Yeah, but that means they could offer you a discount of 10% and then erode that to 1% and you wouldn't be protected.
Oh. No, I probably should have read it. Oh well! Oh. I forgot to pay my electricity bill.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's really expensive.
But while we pray for electricity contracts to become fairer, no thanks, mate, what can you do? Energy Australia offers the opportunity to rate fix for a couple of years. But if you do this, you don't get any of their discounts. So you should do the maths. In my case, it was $38 more a month. Origin and Momentum offer plans that freeze the energy part of your plan, but they do pass on other costs which can increase. Or you can go with Dodo, who have no contract and you can get out at any time without a fee. But no matter which plan you go for, always check how big the termination fee is, because in energy contracts, things can change a lot.
I don't like your advice.
A Minecraft electricity gun? That's not even a real thing. Well, I could be wrong about that.
Bananas with Nemo.
$2.50 per kilo.
Per 750 gram bag. That's 33% more expensive.
The active ingredient is
Fishy marketing. You suck, Coles. And Woolies, you do too.
That's all, folks.
As a guilty mum, I want to capture all the precious moments of my child's life, even before it's begun, which is why I use a belly casting service. So even when I'm no longer pregnant, I can rub my baby belly for years to come. Thanks to the Pregnant Belly Casting Service, I don't have to lose my baby body. And now, thanks to 3D Babies, I don't have to lose my baby's body either.
A 3D baby doll that represented what our baby looked like at that age.
3D Babies does not guarantee the likeness of this product to the provided baby image.
Resembling your baby-ish for just $800. Or in mini 3D for lasting memories at the lowest possible price. And don't forget the grandparents. It's a gift they'll never forget. And when it's finally time to give birth, I've hired a professional photographer. So it's lights, camera, contractions all the way. And it's only costing me $1,900. $1,900? Just breathe. Just breathe. Thanks to an industry-leading first, I've also ordered a photo of the sunrise that broke, well, somewhere on this special day. Oh, get that sunrise too.
Then a former parking structure.
Oh, I just wish I had a collage to remember this birth by. But it's just so hard. Luckily, someone can make one for
$280.
Oh, that's going straight on the lounge room wall. Wait, I'll just put this on too. But I can't take the wall with me everywhere, which is why I've ordered this fingerprint pendant so my precious is always close to my heart. And when she's older, I can use it to hack into her iPhone.
Talk to me.
because I know Daddy's going to miss our precious girl when he's at work, I've got him the perfect gift.
Oh my God, what have they done to my child? Is there a ransom note?
It's a keepsake that can be proudly displayed on his desk.
Oh, it's a pen holder.
So many memories. And as a guilty mum, I'm going to feel terrible when my second little angel only has a few Instagram photos to look at. Look, here's your sister. And another one of her.
New Balance oil-free foaming acne wash.
Finally, an oil-free face wash. That's exactly what I...
With tea tree oil. Oil-free acne wash. Now with oil because...
Oils ain't oils.
You trust your friends.
Even if they can be jerks.
With so many advertisers trying to lead you astray. But according to our tip-off, if you read the fine print, you'll find that it actually costs 2 cents more per 100 grams.
Scam! I'm outraged by all the companies.
It's no wonder that your friends' opinions carry the most weight.
In fact, 84% of people trust recommendations from friends and family. That's more than any other source.
And the company that turned friendship into a commodity is making millions selling that trust.
You might have noticed personalised ads appearing in your newsfeed, ones your friends appear to have endorsed. Those ads make up a fair slice of the $2.3 billion Facebook earned in advertising in the first 3 months of this year alone.
Companies love them because attaching a friend's name to an ad makes you significantly more likely to recognise the brand, remember the ad, and even want to purchase their product.
In other words, Facebook's using you to advertise to your friends without telling you when it's happening or paying you for it.
Why would they do this? Because you said they could. You know how you're always reading Facebook's entire terms and conditions?
Oh my God, I can't put them down.
Well then, you'd remember this classic clause.
You permit a business or other entity to pay us to display your name and or profile picture with your content or information without any compensation to you.
Even better on the second read.
Poetry. That clause opens the door to ads based around the use of this button.
But this is Facebook land, and like doesn't just mean like in Facebookanese. It means, yes, I've seen your feet at the beach,
Your fancy food.
your stupid baby. None of us actually like these pictures. It's just a bloody reflex.
Sometimes we click the like button because we want to win competitions.
Win weekly prizes.
Or to get updates from service providers.
Get updates from Telstra in your newsfeed.
And sometimes we even click like because we want to know what someone we don't like is saying.
Oh, I hate these guys.
I better like them so I can hate them harder.
And it's not just if you hit the like button. If you follow a company's page, say you'll attend their event or engage with one of their apps, Facebook can use your name in their advertising.
Imagine if that's how it worked in the real world.
Did you like everything?
Yeah.
Vomit.
Hey, it's Kirsten and Zoe. They got great taste. Let's eat here.
Yeah, and take photos of the food.
Oh, then we can put them on Facebook. I so wish I had my baby for photo.
But Facebook doesn't care why you liked something.
And Facebook doesn't care when you liked something.
Let's say broke uni student you clicked like to win a cheeseburger 5 years ago. Free burger! Yes!
Your like could show up on a really famous cheeseburger shop ad in your friends' news feeds today.
Hey, this burger's still good. Creepy, no? What's even creepier? This could keep happening even after you die.
There have been a number of reports of dead people continuing to show up as liking companies in ads in the newsfeed. Facebook says this can happen if an account doesn't get memorialised.
Which you can do by visiting facebook.com/help/contact/3055. Bugger it, just Google it.
And make sure your next of kin knows whether to memorialise or delete your Facebook account when you die.
Quick! He's got a medical bracelet! What does it say? It says he wants his Facebook page memorialised.
Wait, what's the address?
Just Google it!
Now, a lot of people have written into us claiming that Facebook is running ads endorsed by them for companies they've never liked.
Facebook said I liked American Express.
It said I liked ING.
Facebook says my sister likes Disney porn. She doesn't. I hope.
But every time we've looked into one of these complaints, it's turned out they had actually clicked like.
Really? You
can see a list of everything you've ever liked and when you did it. It's in the Facebook activity log. Here.
And with just 2 clicks, you can take a terrifying trip down memory lane. I swear I never liked that. What? No way!
Facebook says this sometimes happens by accident, often with a slip of the thumb on the Facebook app or any app that's connected to Facebook.
That's the excuse I'm going for.
And while you might not remember everything about your past, the internet never forgets.
Can we get out of here, please?
Although, ads aren't the worst things your friends can subject you to.
If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends.
Yes, it does.
And you can end your work as an unpaid salesperson on Facebook.
For now, you can do this by visiting Facebook's adverts page.
Click settings and then click adverts.
And change your adverts and friends settings from only my friends to no one.
Here's the current link. Go change your settings. Seriously, do it now. We'll wait.
Well, I'm kind of over it. They can pause this, can't they?
Yeah, pause now.
If you can hear this, you didn't press pause.
Kirsten, what if they pressed pause and then press play again later?
Siri, unfriend Zoe.
To see this link again, please visit thecheckout.net.au.
Or visit our Facebook page.
I'm Dee Madigan and I've worked in the advertising industry for 18 years. If I could say one thing, it's talk to your children about how advertising works. Until about 5 years of age, kids can't distinguish advertising from program content. So if they see a character they like, they think it's part of the show they're watching. That's why advertising to kids is so powerful. We're exposed to around 5,000 advertising images a day, from TV to billboards to magazines to computer banner ads, and you can't shield your kids from them all. But what you can do is explain to your kids that ads are made to sell things, that products are made to look more exciting than they really are, and that the kids in the ads are paid to look happy. And once your kids get more used to ads, you can ask them to identify the tricks they think the advertisers are using to make the product look attractive. Talking about advertising can actually be a way to teach kids to become critical thinkers. Advertisers are already talking to our kids about their products, so we should be too.
A fan. Nothing much wrong there. Well, actually there is. The design's hardly changed since 1890. Spinning blades chop the air, causing an annoying buffeting. Turn it off, and you realise how unsettling it's been.
From the looks of the scene, the deceased must have been buffeted, then annoyed, then unsettled by the fan, leading to his untimely death. His last moments must have been agony. Get that thing out of there, and for God's sake, don't switch it on!
Welcome to F YouTube, the segment where it's all in our terms and conditions. We start this week with Stephen. For his wedding, he got a vacuum flask, which came with a lifetime warranty.
To have and to hold as long as you both shall live.
I do. While the marriage has lasted, the flask hasn't. And Stephen asks, what does lifetime warranty actually mean? It's a good question. Is it the lifetime of the purchaser?
Does this have a lifetime warranty?
For you? Sure.
Good.
or the lifetime of the product, or something else entirely, like this ICE TV lifetime subscription, which is for the life of your TV recorder, or up to a maximum of 5 years.
How long have I got, Doc?
Let's just say you should buy an ICE TV lifetime subscription.
First of all, Stephen, no matter what the lifetime warranty says, no contract can overrule Australian consumer law guarantees. One of them is that products will be of acceptable quality, and that includes being reasonably durable. But if buying a product is a marriage, a warranty is a bit like a prenup, an extra set of commitments that parties can enter into in case something goes wrong.
But you promised you'd always keep things hot and steamy.
He says he's tired of your constant drinking.
So what does lifetime warranty mean? Well, the answer, and there are absolutely no exceptions to this, is it depends. Different businesses define lifetime warranty in different ways. Some say lifetime means the life of the purchaser, which of course isn't much use if your life depends on the product.
That safety catch is guaranteed for the rest of you. How can I help you?
Many of these warranties don't cover wear and tear, so you can't replace a product for scratches or dents, but if the product stops working before you die, the lifetime warranty should apply, even if it wears out from normal use. Some businesses say lifetime warranty means the lifetime of the product. In other words, until the product dies, which seems like a self-serving concept. A product is under warranty until it wears out.
You see, the warranty lasts a lifetime of the product, so by breaking, it voided its own warranty. I think you'll find this explains everything.
The ACCC has taken legal action over some lifetime warranties that it said were misleading and deceptive, like the Holden dealer whose
free extended lifetime mechanical warranty
only lasted for
175,000 kilometres or $3,000 worth of claims.
A jeweller whose
unconditional lifetime guarantee
had a fairly significant condition.
Products below 18% of RRP will void all warranties.
Salespeople can't exaggerate warranties either. In 2013, a bed manufacturer was fined, in part because the salesperson overstated the value of a lifetime warranty. So, Stephen, is your 10-year-old flask under its lifetime warranty? It depends, but we reckon it is. I think I just explained the meaning of life. Well, that was disappointing. Still on the topic of faulty goods, Cass got in touch because
some Duracell batteries had leaked inside my bathroom scales and caused them to break.
Sorry to hear your batteries weren't AA standard. But they clearly weren't acceptable quality, and under the consumer law you can seek compensation for any consequential loss or associated damage you suffer, as long as the loss was reasonably foreseeable.
The batteries leaked, so my scales broke. And that's how the monkey stole my tractor.
But Duracell disagreed.
Duracell refused to take any responsibility.
Because these particular batteries were grey, or parallel imports. Parallel imports are genuine products, not counterfeits. They're just not part of the official distribution channel for Australia.
Duracell actually admitted that Woolies and Coles had been known to sell their parallel imported products.
Woolworths reportedly has a parallel importing division that sources products like deodorant overseas. So at Woolies, Lynx Africa could really be from Africa. Parallel importing is legal, but the products are sometimes poorer quality than stuff made for the Australian market, as another F YouTuber, James, found out from Oral-B. We can't show you his face on television, but the Oral-B toothbrush heads James bought in Australia were parallel imports, and they broke off in his mouth. James wrote to Procter & Gamble, which owns Oral-B. By the way, they own Duracell too. And they admitted to James that parallel imports
may not meet local regulations or consumer expectations. It is the responsibility of the seller to manage any complaints.
So if you buy a parallel import, especially without realising, who's responsible for issues with the product? Well, for starters, an Australian shop that sells parallel imports is definitely the supplier under the Australian consumer law. The ACCC says retailers should disclose to consumers anything that's different about parallel imports from what they'd normally expect of those brands. That's un-Australian, you'd know. But should Duracell or Oral-B be able to wipe their hands of parallel imports? Cass says no.
I just think this is so unfair. I think that companies should take responsibility for their products no matter where in the world they're sold.
You're not alone in thinking that, Cass, but Procter & Gamble Australia didn't actually make these products. But for a company that says the only way to do business is by doing what's right, we think, putting aside all the legalities, Procter & Gamble could probably afford to replace Cass's scales and James's toothbrush, given it was their products that caused the problem. Isn't that right, James? Finally tonight, remember Abby who was
really not happy
about the monthly fee for the
Telstra
Stay Connected service? A few people connected to Telstra were
really not happy
about the piece. Firstly, because Jules said prepaid when Abby's complaint was actually about a monthly contract. He also said,
and if you don't send Telstra your old phone, which probably doesn't happen that much with lost or stolen phones, there's a device non-return fee.
Telstra tell us that this is wrong, and it's great they've clarified that because the Stay Connected terms and conditions don't give that impression. So for the record, Telstra says,
Telstra Stay Connect customers who lose their phone or have it stolen are not required to pay a device non-return fee.
Thanks, and don't worry Telstra, Jules has been dealt with.
Make it stop, please! Please make it stop!
Thanks for watching another episode of The Checkout. And remember, everything we say on FYouTube has a lifetime warranty that's valid till the end of the segment. Good night.